I roll my eyes because it's like, girl, every time. I guess I'm going back to, I think, what was it, Oscars, and Will Smith wasn't nominated for the Tell the Truth movie.
Truth. Tell the truth.
Yeah, tell the truth.
Yeah. And she was all in her feelings about that and boycotted and wanted people to join her, and they were like, nah. So that's what it brought to mind. So it was like, girl, not again. Can you please just get your cheeks fixed?
Will Smith wasn't nominated, and it's like, just like Jamie.
Maybe it wasn't good.
Just like Jamie Foxx said, if you want to be nominated,
then you gotta have an Oscar-worthy performance.
You gotta have an Oscar-worthy.
Not give us free. I mean, not give us free. I'm sorry, dude. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Yeah, that's what Will Smith was saying in the movie. That was his, like, I don't know, in the trailer. That was his, like, moment. But whatever.
He felt so good about it. But anyway, all the talk is not going to do anything again, but promote the movie. It's free promotion. But one of the craziest things that came out, and it kind of sort of turned into a meme today, when Faison Love came out in that video talking about it Snoop's fault because he had him fucked up in some gang shit.
Right. Some Crip shit.
Okay, Faison. But all right. Moving on.
Yeah, obviously, I don't know if him and Faison got some type of beef, because that was like left field for me.
Left field, random.
And I know Faison's from LA, and he's down with the
Big Perm.
Yeah, Big Perm. He's down with people in the hood and this, that, and the third. But it's so many theories on how Pac died, from the FBI, CIA having pages and pages on him and follow him around, from Suge Knight wanting him killed, from the guy who they beat up that night in Vegas,
right?
And they came back and supposedly retaliated. He had beef with Biggie and Puffy. Some people say Puffy put out the hit, or some people even say Biggie put out the hit. So as far as how he died, it's a mystery. And I say that a lot, just like even with dealing with people in the streets, is when you create that type of havoc, or you have that type of environment and that type of energy around you, and you might have beef with this one, that one, and the third, or enemies, or you never know, man, who be killing these brothers. That's why a lot of these murders go unsolved. Especially if the brother wasn't upright, doing the right thing, and in some crazy shit, and
they don't want to be involved.
Don't get me wrong, Pac on certain levels was a good brother, but so was Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? So was Bill Cosby.
But I mean,
people do good things. At the end of the day, Pac. My issue with Pac, dope artist, passionate brother, but he felt like he was beyond reproach.
Mm.
If you see in the movie, he had a bunch of yes men around him, and he didn't take anyone's advice, because he was actually just one of those people who thought he knew it all. And hey, I'm guilty. I've been there.
Right.
I've been there in my life where I just shit. You can't tell me
shit. I know.
You know what I mean? But I had to start listening to other people. I had to start listening to other people. I had to humble myself. And Pac just never really reached that. I didn't see him reach that as far as growth in his life.
Well, he was 25.
Exactly.
He didn't have a chance.
He didn't.
He
didn't.
So,
right.
But I sure wish his mama would have been able to get them damn masters, and that whatever music he left behind, songs he left behind. I don't know if she ever even got that.
Pac had the biggest heart, man, and that's one of the reasons he died broke. That's not only one of the reasons he died broke, because there was a lot of shady people. We know the
main reason why.
Behind him being Suge Knight, which he owned all the masters to all his music, on Death Row. And those writer checks, they come in slow, so he didn't really. They say he really didn't have. They said he died broke, but the man wasn't broke. From what I hear, he had
like we know it.
He had around $100,000 to his name.
Yeah, that's about right. That's what his mom said in that interview.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't like, he didn't have millions, even though, obviously.
But it's
his
just
music
that there were houses and cars that he believed
was his.
Yeah. And it was all Suge's.
All in Suge's
And then
name.
not to mention in the same interview I just mentioned with his mother, I think it was on CNN, it's an older interview from a year, 97, the year after he passed. And she said that when Tupac passed, Suge Knight came to her and was, oh, this and that or whatever, and I'm gonna be here for you and whatever you need, whatever you need. Mm-hmm. She never seen this nigga again.
Yeah,
or those masters.
Suge was dirty.
Yeah, okay, Suge.
That's one thing about Pac. He had lots and lots of women, and lots and lots of women. But
he was Tupac.
Yeah, he was Pac.
He was a beautiful man.
Yeah, man.
Well, again, everything surrounding this movie is crazy. I think it just makes the atmosphere around it even better. It's electrifying. It was dope. I even ran into an old friend who I was friends with at the time when I bought All Eyez on Me. That's insane. I just thought about that. Bruh, I just blew my own damn mind.
Nostalgic.
Bruh. We would sit and fog my apartment up with All Eyez on Me blasting in my apartment, bruh. Wow, that's crazy. Tupac, I guess, kind of being overly generous with the people around him, being part of the reason why his finances were in the shape that they were in when he met his untimely death, is a good segue into talking about relationships and money and why that situation tends to be so messy and unequally yoked.
And
if it were
not only the fact that he got bailed out by Suge.
Right, he was indebted.
He was indebted to Suge, and how Suge tried to control him because he indebted him. And that's another aspect of how people.
It almost sounds like indentured servitude.
Can try to control you if they feel like you owe them.
Oh yeah. My parents did that to me for years. The thing about it is, I guess, in regards to money, dealing with money with people that you are in any kind of, in some way, I guess, intimate type of, or close or loving or whatever type of relationship, whether it be close friends, whether it be close family, extended family, someone you've known for a long time, whatever the relationship is, significant other sometimes even, causes a lot of problems between people in these types of relationships. There's lots of different scenarios that these things can come up in, like we talked about before. The person that only calls you when they need something.
Right.
You don't hear from them until whatever it is they need.
Right.
I guess they go down their mental list of people.
Right.
Whatever number you fall on that list.
When they're out there messing up their own money or messing up their own life, you don't hear from them.
Right.
They're having a good time and having a joyous little lifestyle. It's like, okay, hey, I'm over here. But
right,
like,
living it up. It's all good.
Right.
I don't need you.
They give you the Heisman. They give you the.
Yeah, I don't need you.
You don't hear from them. You don't get a call or a text, or when they're in need or when they want something, here they come. You get that text, you get that call, and that's annoying.
Or the pop up.
Right.
Or the Facebook message, or
exactly.
Or just the conversation of, I've been eating ramen noodles for the past week, man. It's been so hard.
Yes, it's been so hard for me, and I don't know what I'm going to do next week.
Meanwhile, you're smoking all the weed, drinking all the liquor.
Yeah,
but it's just so hard.
Living up, them burnt their paycheck up. That bitch gone.
Like, man, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Come on now.
Bullshit a bullshit.
Come on now. But yeah, I've been there. I've done that to my parents, But there's people who do it to their friends, who do it to their peers. There's parents who do it to their kids. They try to guilt you. Oh, but I gave birth to you. You came out of my nut.
At one point, my pride got in the way. And as a man, I just couldn't really go to nobody and ask somebody for shit. So certain situations kind of got out of hand, because I was trying to handle a lot on my own or just handle things. And my pride would get the best of me and I wouldn't go to anybody. But then, I kind of humbled myself and eventually as time went on, and when I needed, I wouldn't ask no one for anything unless I needed it.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't go out
as it should be.
I wouldn't go out though and drink up my money, buy clothes, you know, take
trips,
take lavish vacations, and then come back and be like, "Oh,
I'm so broke. I need help.
Please help me. My light's about to get turned off.
Please help me pay my car note."
Right. So and that's
Meanwhile,
that's just me.
Sew-in.
But then there's the other side of the coin. When you do ask, and people know, and people may have, they're gonna talk shit about you.
Even if you're clearly in a situation where you are doing everything you can to help yourself, and it's just not coming together,
they're still gonna talk shit about you.
They're gonna talk shit about where you're at in life.
They're gonna talk shit about what you should have been doing, what you did.
Yeah, well, if you would have so and so, and
if you would have did this 10 years ago, if you would have did this 5 months ago, if you would just go ahead and get your shit together,
don't live my life for me.
Do this, that, and the third.
Right. Meanwhile, I would never trade places with you.
Yeah, everybody knows best.
With the people saying that. Never.
Everybody knows best. And then, if you do get any money, everybody knows what the fuck you should be doing with it.
Exactly. Like, if you land a good job and you get that salary you always wanted, you should.
Right.
You should this. You should
put
that.
Your money
you
over
should
here.
invest.
You should get
into real estate. You should invest in my business.
Man. Right.
You should put some money towards my mixtape.
Right. Everybody know how you should spend your money and how you should. Oh, they shouldn't have bought that. They shouldn't have bought that. They're gonna be broke.
I heard Mercedes is expensive to fix.
Oh yeah, but
although I've never owned one,
yeah,
and I don't know anything about a Mercedes, I'm going to advise you, a Mercedes owner, on your car. Okay.
Right.
Okay. That looks legit.
I have a Mercedes, and I don't feel guilty about having a Mercedes or how much it costs to fix the Mercedes. That's what I want. That's what I got. I got it for a decent price. And my mechanic has a Mercedes too, and he charged me very low prices. So, and I get all my parts online. Go online. If you got a luxury car, seriously, and you don't want to take it to the dealership.
Exactly.
And get charged, the price of the car.
As you can get.
The price of the car to get it fixed. Hey, there's sites online if you want them. Write in, or I can tell them to you.
We can put them on our blog.
Yeah, we'll put them on the blog for you. But there's plenty of sites that you can go to. One is eBay. They actually will send you really good car parts, aftermarket car parts.
Yep.
You just got to make sure that the part fits your car. You
got to do research on your vehicle.
There's a lot of other sites too.
But it's worth it.
That, versus going to AutoZone, going to, your local...
And being bullshitted by the sales
auto parts shop, and get charged out the ass. You can go online and get, and buy your parts,
Absolutely.
And if you have a good mechanic who knows what they're doing, preferably a certified mechanic, they'll look out. And you'll pay probably a third of what you'll pay at a shop, or... You can even sometimes take the parts that you buy offline to a shop and ask them what their rates are per hour to work on such and such vehicle. And, that's a cheap way of a frugal way of going about things as well. So, it's not really about, what you get and, it costs this if you get that, or it costs that. It's about, just doing the research and knowing.
Being smart about it.
Yeah, being smart, knowing what you're doing.
Learn to live more simple, more frugal. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. Right.
That's how rich people stay rich, guys.
And that's another issue as far as like family. We as black people per se, in particular, live out of our means. That's what gets us in a lot of binds.
Stunting.
We want to stunt. We want to flex on everybody.
Talk about what bad bitches do.
Yeah, man. And, we want to one-up everybody. So, a lot of times that puts us in financial binds. And when we get in financial binds, who do we turn to? Friends or family.
Right.
For money. So, it's just...
Your tribe.
It's just another way, you just have to live within your means, period.
Mm-hmm. It only makes sense.
If you don't want to constantly beg and borrow.
That's right.
You have to set up and sit down and do a budget for yourself and say, what can I afford and what I can't afford, Or you're going to be borrowing money, possibly getting talked about for borrowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Looked at sideways if you don't pay it back. You know, or if you